Hey, it's Taylor, and in this video, we're still working through my step-by-step new seller checklist, talking about how to create your listing. Let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Taylor the Ecom RN. I started selling on Amazon in 2023. I went on to do over $100,000 in profit in my first 12 months, which allowed me to quit my job and live the lifestyle I always wanted. I know you can do the same, and I'm here to show you how. All right, welcome back to another video. Let's pull up the checklist because we're still going through Module 7, which is all about how to get your first manufacturing order shipped and what you should be doing in the meantime. So this video is going to be about creating your listing, and it ties in well to my most recent video about how to get your first order shipped. So let me tell you what I mean. All right, so you've been working a lot with your manufacturer, getting your shipment ready to go. And to do that, you had to create a mock-up of your listing, or at least the rough draft of your listing so you could get your FN SKU. But now we need to take advantage of the time that the units are all going to be in shipment. They're going to be in transport for at least a couple weeks. So we're going to take advantage of that time to create our listing and to finalize it. The reason this ties in with the manufacturing order is because you want to get 2 to 3 samples of your finished product air shipped to you. Okay, so you want to set this up with your manufacturers so that as soon as the order is done, they can take a couple units and just send them directly to you. Why? Well, because you are going to need them to do product photography, to start creating content videos or listing videos, and so that you yourself can start creating content. So that's why you want at least 2 to 3, is because you're probably going to want to send one to a photographer, one to some sort of content creator, and keep one for yourself. However, you might be able to do 3D rendering instead of photography, and I'll go over quickly what that is and how to do it. But you're basically going to start preparing at this point for your launch sequence, and your TikTok shop is going to be a part of that. You're also going to be working on the ad copy of your listing, or the text elements of your listing, to make sure they're optimized for your keywords. So you're going to want to find your main keywords and start drafting your title and your bullet points so that they're optimized for those keywords. And then you're also going to want to start planning your A+ content. All right, so let me show you an example of what I mean. Here is a supplement brand, Goli, and I'm just going to briefly go through their listing here to show you some of the elements that I'm talking about. First, you'll notice they have this great hero image, or the first image here. They also have a bunch of really good images. Now, what you're going to notice is that there are people who can actually make images like this without even receiving your physical product. However, if you do want to send your physical product to a photographer, that's also an option. Just make sure you get enough samples to do so. You can also see they have a listing video here, so we can pull that up. Notice this is a very highly produced and professional video ad. And this is one route. However, for your startup costs, this might be outside your budget. But don't worry, you'll see here that their next video is actually a UGC video, or user-generated content. And this is a very simple video that you can add to your product listing that will definitely get you some results, and you can do it at a much lower cost, and I'll show you how. Hey, real quick, I hope you're liking the video. And if you want to get your hands on all of these resources and more, you should head over to my Skool community. The link is in the description. Okay, so the first step is to decide, do you want product photography or do you want 3D rendering? And so you can see here that here is someone who's doing 3D product rendering, and it's very hard to tell that these aren't actual photos, right? So you can do this at a very, very high level. And for me, it has been very helpful because I don't have to wait for the shipping time of sending my physical product to the photographer. I can just send them my packaging design and they will do the rest. So that is definitely a great option. You can find freelancers to do this on Fiverr or Upwork. You're just going to search for 3D product render, and you'll find some result like this. You'll work with whoever you'd like, who you think can get you the best results for your type of product. Okay, same thing here. You can see that you could get UGC product videos made by freelancers as well. So this UGC stands for user-generated content, and you can get one of these people to do a product video for you. Now, this person is going to need a physical product, so you will need to send them one of your finalized samples. But this is a great way to add a video to your listing to help convert. And it's also a segue into the next thing that we're going to talk about, which is actual social media content. Okay, so I've pulled up a brand here that I'm familiar with. I don't know them personally, but basically this gentleman was a bartender, and he created some flashcards about how to make cocktails. And he had a lot of success because he started just posting very simple videos on TikTok showing the process of him developing and launching these cocktail cards. So I want you to look at this video and you'll see he doesn't even need to show his face. It's just a very simple video. There's no edits, nothing fancy. And this is exactly the kind of strategy that I think will get you the best results in 2024 and 2025, is basically starting to do your launch sequence with organic content on TikTok in particular, because you can pair your TikTok with your TikTok shop. And so customers can actually buy directly from TikTok, and you can have all the orders fulfilled by Amazon on the back end. So when I'm talking about, creating social media content, don't get overwhelmed. Don't think you need to do anything fancy or be a big influencer. We're going to talk about how to partner with influencers in a moment. This is just to add some credibility and a personal touch to your product launch. People can feel like they're part of the process. And so when you get your sample, you're going to do something like this. Okay, you'll notice here, he's just showing off his product and talking about it. Very simple, straightforward, nothing fancy. You don't even need to show your face. Okay, so that's why you want to get those finalized samples sent to you. You can send them to a product photographer, to a content creator, and you can start making content yourself. This is important because you want to start setting up your launch. You want to start building anticipation and product awareness, brand awareness about your product. And you can do that on TikTok pretty straightforward. I actually have here a launch content calendar. So basically 4 weeks or so before your launch, you're going to start putting out content. Now, I recommend you do this on a regular schedule, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You could just post once a week for the first 3 weeks before your launch, and then start to increase the amount of content that you do from there and build it up to launch day. Let people know that it's about to go live. Build up some anticipation, some excitement, and then continue to follow through for the next few days afterwards. And that's it. That's really all there is to it. You don't have to get fancy with it. Just put up some content so that when people go to your TikTok shop, they're directed there maybe by an influencer who's making, viral content for you. They can go and they'll see, oh yeah, this brand is owned by, someone relatable, someone like me, someone who I can get behind. Okay, so I'm on my TikTok shop and there's a feature called the Affiliate Center. And this is how you can start getting content made for your product. This is actually going to be most effective after your product is live, which is why you're going to start the process off by yourself with the sample that you got in advance from your manufacturer. You can start posting content. But once your product goes live and it's been linked to your TikTok shop, you can send invitations to different influencers and affiliates, and you can invite them to promote your product. And they're incentivized to do so because they're going to get a commission. So you can pick whatever their commission percentage is, and you can also elect to ship them a free sample. So essentially they will just go on, they'll accept your invitation. They can go and they will order their own sample. You don't have to do anything. Amazon will send it to them. And then they will make content with that sample product that they received. And anyone who buys from their content, a portion of that will go to them and you can keep the rest. Okay, now for optimizing your listing in terms of keywords, this is another feature of Helium 10 that is quite effective, which is the Cerebro tool. So you can take a competitor product's ASIN or multiple ASINs for that matter, and you can find out what the top keywords are that is driving people to their product. So I've taken the Goli product from earlier, and I've just entered that ASIN into Cerebro. You can see here it is. And basically this is going to tell us which keywords are driving the most sales. So we can sort by the sales, and you can see they've got collagen peptides. And that's why you can see here that what they've done is they've added collagen promoting ingredients as one of their title keywords with the hope that they're going to capitalize on this collagen peptides search volume. Okay, so that concept applies to not only the product's title, but also the bullet points. And you can find more keywords if you were to use the magnet tool. So I've just put in the keyword collagen here into magnet, and we're going to see that there's going to be a ton of search traffic for this. But again, collagen peptides is here. So you'll notice that that's what Goli did with their product, is they added that keyword phrase into their title. And you would go through this list and you would find other keywords that are specific to your product that you want to make sure are highlighted in your listing and in your bullet points. So what do I mean? So going back to Goli's page here, We see here that they had the collagen promoting in the title so that they're capturing keyword traffic for collagen. And if we look at their bullet points, you'll notice they have a lot of stuff going on here. So they have gummies, which is a big one. They have gummies again. They have different big keywords in here like antioxidant. Collagen is in here again. And then they have some more keywords down here, bamboo, silica, and vitamin C. Again, tying it back into collagen. And they're really focusing on skin. So a lot of people are searching for collagen to help with the health of their skin. And so you can see that they are really capitalizing upon that as well by making sure that skin, the keyword skin, is featured in their bullet points too. All right, and finally, we mentioned A+ content. So if we come down here, this is what A+ content looks like. Instead of the product description being text, it's actually images. And so this is something that you also want to plan when you're sending your product either to the 3D renderer or product photographer, because you want to let them know, hey, I also want to do A+ content. This is the size of the image that I want. This is what I want featured on it, and then they can take it from there. But you can see that A+ content is a powerful way to make your product really pop on Amazon's website, on Amazon's platform. And Goalie has done a great job of taking advantage of this feature. Okay, so real quick recap, we're going to get 2 to 3 samples of the finished product airshipped so that you can start sending them out to photographers, to video creators, and one for yourself so you can start making your own organic content. If you want to do 3D rendering, that's definitely an option you can look into. You're going to prepare your launch sequence and plan the content that you want to make for that. And you're going to make sure that your TikTok is set up and that your TikTok shop is set up so that you can upload that content and reach out to affiliates when the time comes. You're also going to make sure you find your most powerful keywords associated with your product so that you can optimize your listing title and bullet points for those keywords. And you want to keep an eye out on A+ content, what format you want, and what you want included so that you can send those details to your product photographer as well. All right, so that does it for this video. If you'd like more resources or if you'd like to go through the step-by-step checklist yourself, you can find it in my Skool community. It's free. The link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.